The story begins not with a grand pronouncement, but with a simple, human question. What do you do when life just doesn't make sense? When carefully laid plans crumble? When prayers seem to bounce off the ceiling? When the path ahead is shrouded in an impenetrable fog? Imagine a person, perhaps someone like you or me, confronted with a situation that feels utterly wrong, a task that seems beneath them, a turn of events they can't possibly accept. They recoil, protesting, "No, this can't be happening." A voice, a sense of something greater, whispers a reply that echoes through the ages. You do not understand now what is happening, but later you will understand. This isn't just a story about a single event. It's a parable for life. How often do we resist what we don't comprehend, questioning the very workings of the universe, the flow of life itself? We find ourselves on a journey, perhaps heading in one direction, full of our own plans and expectations. Then, seemingly out of the blue, a shift occurs, and we're turned in a completely different way. We don't understand the detour, the change in direction, but the key, the very essence of faith, is trust. If we trust the journey, the greater plan, we don't need to understand every twist and turn of the road. There will be times, perhaps many times, when nothing seems to make sense. A guiding principle offers a beacon in the darkness. Trust in the divine with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to the greater power, and the path will become clear. But how can we not lean on our own understanding when it's all we have? A universal truth offers an answer. The divine's thoughts are not our thoughts. Neither are our ways our ways. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are the divine's ways higher than our ways, and the divine's thoughts than our thoughts. Think about the vastness of the sky, the immeasurable distance between the earth and the heavens. That's the scale of the difference between our limited perspective and the infinite wisdom of the universe. Just because something doesn't make sense to us now, doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. It doesn't mean it won't make sense later, perhaps even beyond this life. There's a time coming, a time when the meaning of our experiences will be revealed, when every imbalance will find its equilibrium. Until then, we are called to trust, to act with compassion, to give our hearts and lives to the pursuit of goodness, and never ever give up. It's always too soon to quit, and never too late to begin again. Perhaps you're facing a situation that defies logic, a calling that seems impossible. You might be tempted to say, "This doesn't make sense." But the divine doesn't require our complete understanding. A willingness to act with integrity and purpose is what matters. A lack of understanding is not an excuse for inaction. We often seek guidance, wanting to know the entire plan laid out before us. But when the first step is presented, we hesitate, frustrated that we can't see the entire path. We hinder our own progress because we're only willing to proceed if it's easy, if we can foresee the final outcome. But true faith means trusting and acting, even when the instructions are unclear. It means reaching a point where we're less concerned with knowing exactly where we're going, and more confident that the journey itself holds greater possibilities than anything we could have planned. The divine's ways are beyond our comprehension. The divine's thoughts are beyond our grasp. We see the moment. The divine sees the grand tapestry of time. We see no hope. The divine sees potential on the horizon. When we cry out, "This doesn't make sense," the universe responds, "There is a greater plan." It takes humility to accept this truth, to submit to a wisdom beyond our own. It means trusting in the inherent goodness of existence, knowing that balance and harmony will ultimately prevail. Even when life seems unfair, we can trust that a greater justice will be served. There will be things we simply won't understand in this lifetime. Trying to explain the unexplainable will only lead to deeper confusion. Sometimes, the most faithful response is to simply say, "I don't get this. but I trust. Like a bird who doesn't understand the human who provides for it, we have a limited perspective. But the nature of existence is fundamentally good. It always seeks balance and growth. The persistent doubt is that existence is inherently flawed, but faith is holding on to the promise of a greater purpose even when life falls apart. We have a choice: to become bitter, angry, and frustrated, or to trust that there is a larger design at play. Life will be full of unanswered questions. We can torment ourselves with them, or we can believe in the fundamental goodness of existence and trust, even when things don't make sense. Sometimes we grow tired of seeing others' successes and wonder, when will it be my turn? The longer we wait, the harder trust becomes. But we must keep moving forward, keep acting with integrity, keep trusting. If we give up, we'll never experience the fullness of our potential. The journey is worth the wait. We must learn to trust the process and the timing of the universe. Its timing is rarely our timing, but it is never without purpose. It is often working within us, even as we wait for external changes. Waiting teaches us that what we truly need is connection to something larger than ourselves, not just the fulfillment of our desires. It takes courage to wait. It builds patience, and it draws us closer to the heart of existence. Doubt, fueled by what-ifs and worry, is a hindrance to our growth. It wants us to doubt the potential for good, but we have the power to choose connection, love, and a clear mind. If the universe is working for our ultimate good, what can truly stand against us? We must focus on the positive, not the obstacles. Connection to the divine is about aligning ourselves with the flow of existence and releasing our fears. The fear of something negative occurring can prevent positive change from entering our lives. The opposite of doubt is trust. It doesn't mean doubt disappears, but it means taking the courageous step of trusting in the inherent goodness of existence. Even if the worst happens, we are still connected to something greater. We have a choice each day regarding our attitude. Our attitude is a reflection of our inner world. It's a key factor in our experience of life. It's our greatest ally, or our biggest obstacle. With a positive and open attitude, we can overcome challenges. With a negative attitude, we can become trapped by our own limitations. Our attitudes influence our journey more than any other element. So, when life doesn't make sense, when the path ahead is unclear, when doubt whispers its negativity, remember the whisper of the universe. You do not understand now what is happening, but later you will understand. Trust in the journey, and the path will become clear.